Peace, everybody. What it do? Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. This is the safe space where we set oppression ablaze. There's a lot of oppression to be set ablaze these days, everybody. I saw a person on TikTok actually giving instruction on how to make a certain kind of cocktail, if you pick up what I'm putting down. And I said, okay. All right, I guess we have crossed the Rubicon where, the recipes for certain cocktails is just showing up on your For You page. All righty then. Welcome in, everybody. Um, I certainly have no shortage of things that are going to make you want to make some cocktails. Make no mistake about that. But at the same time, our folks are on the ground and they are pushing back, they are fighting back, and they are resisting. And really, all they need is reinforcements. All they need is more people to come on out. All of this stops when enough people say, that's it, that the line is drawn here and we won't accept anymore. But until that, the fuckery, well, the fuckery continues. So anyway, I'm really appreciative that you all made some time to join me today. My apologies, it did not pop up on the morning show, but I will be there come Thursday. What did Ear Doctor pick for us to do on a classical breakdown? He didn't tell me. I'm assuming a thumbnail was created that would indicate what our Thursday classical breakdown is going to be, but he did not inform me. But that's okay. I love surprises. Psych. I actually hate surprises. Don't surprise me with shit. Because, people with pew pew. Don't surprise people with pew pew. Don't surprise people with pew pews. Don't you pop up on people with pew pews. Don't make no sudden moves around people with pew pews. Don't do that. I don't like surprises, to be perfectly honest. It has to be a surprise I'm expecting, ergo, therefore, not a surprise, right? But I digress. So, gang, what did I name this? I called my first heading something, and now I don't remember what it was. But it might have been something like, are we going for this? That might have been the title of my little subhead. But regardless, there's a lot happening. And with each and every single day, as Trump and his regime intensify their grip on everybody. And I'm talking about, I'm not just talking about ICE raids, everybody. I don't know if y'all notice this or not, especially those who have cars. Let me just go off on a tiny tangent and then I'll get my ass back on track. But when the car insurance rates, the auto insurance rates, and homeowners insurance rates, they seem to spike simultaneously for those that own such things, right? Did you notice that? I noticed the stories about such things. People were confused. Why is my car insurance going up so much? God damn, why is the homeowners insurance going up so much? And then concurrently, rent was going up. And it wasn't, we had inflation going on, make no mistake about it. Everyone experienced the inflation at the grocery store, at the gas pump, in different places. But when the insurance rates went up out of the blue, I felt as though it was an intentional squeeze. And it was not the beginning per se, but an acceleration of the turning of the screws of the average person, of the average working person. So if you were keeping your head above water, making a way when you can, like if you was keeping your head above water, paying your car insurance, paying your whatever it costs to keep a roof over your head, all of a sudden, and the health insurance rates also, yes, health insurance all creeped up. All this shit went up around the same time. I said, look at them literally putting the screws to us working people on many fronts, right? And this as wages go down, this as jobs evaporate. And it's like maybe they are trying to create Great Depression conditions, right? Make it so that no one has a job, no one can afford to be housed, no one can afford to eat. And if you can't afford to be housed, like everybody's living in the car, right? There is intentionality behind this, the engineering of this particular point that we have arrived in this moment in our society. I loathe to call it a civilization because I look around America, I don't see I see fuck all civilized about fucking America. All right, dragging pregnant women on the ground, jackbooted thugs, masked up. Niggas is out. Jesus, people can't afford food. People are sleeping in their vehicles. Check out the rest stops. Check out the truck stops. You're going to find lots of people overnight slumbering. So a lot of people are sleeping in the garages at their jobs. Like, it's crazy shit. And if you can't escape, God damn it. Not everybody could escape slavery. You know what I'm saying? Only a few was able to make their way on the underground. I won't say a few, obviously. It was a few thousand. It was lots of folks, but lots more people tragically were left behind. And I see that very much in our situation right now. Nothing that I'm able to prove, just sort of anecdotally seen some videos of folks attempting to make their way across the Canadian border, and Canada being like, turn you around, little buddy. No, Canada's closed. We're closed. No, no comprendo americano. No. Canada said, no, y'all stay down there in the ghetto. don't come up here. Not nice, fucking up our nice clean Canada. I think Mexican border still open. So, there's hope. Somebody may take us in. Someone may have pity on us, though it doesn't seem like no one's having pity on us. Does it, everybody? Aren't the fucking niggas in Davos right now at the World Economic Forum? Has anyone said fuck all? Is anyone checking in on the Americans? Is anyone asking, are Americans okay? Hell no. Nobody gives a goddamn. America is declining, sliding fast into tyrannical authoritarianism. Blah. Everybody's like, FIFA, what's going on with the World Cup? Can we come? No, you can't come. It's not safe for you either. It's not safe for us. It's not safe for any fucking body. Nobody does. Is anyone making any inquiries? Are we okay? No, they're not. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Does Canada, do Canadians even care? No, I don't think they care either. Anyway, gang, let me get on here with the show. Let me give some thanks to the Lord Jesus Christ. Well, we giving thanks to everybody, to the God Allah. Shout out to Buddha. Who else we shouting out? Shout out to all the Orishas. Shout out to all the sages and the deities. We big up everybody, because everybody's still out here working together, I assume. I don't know. I'm not per se monotheistic. Shout out to Jesus, though. I rock with Jesus. Jesus dropped some dope rhymes. He has some good albums. Jesus had a good run. You know what I mean? Went out early like Pop. Shit happens. But but we do give all praises to the Most High, to the divine, to the universe. Because in spite of it all, we have made another day. We have made it another day. I see boxes rolling up. Brother Latif, after we take a break, is going to acknowledge the wonderful support from you folks, from you good people out there. I love y'all to pieces. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm about to piss you off real quick, so so strap in if you don't mind. So as the Trump administration continues to antagonize and beefing up its ICE and Homeland Security forces in the great state of Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota. Very nice white folks in Minnesota. shocked me how nice the white folks are in Minnesota. That's why I'm so encouraged to see them so pissed off, right? And so ready to rumble. We know Minnesotans, especially Minneapolis, them niggas that live in Minneapolis. We know they don't fuck around. They showed us what they about 5 years ago and many times before then. So, as we see this pushback, this resistance against the kidnapping of many undocumented people or lots of American citizens, it's a bit of a melange there in Minneapolis and in the St. Paul and in the Twin Cities and all the surrounding areas. So many names of towns I hadn't even heard of in the greater Minneapolis area. I said ICE is fucking everywhere. One of the scenes that came out near, I'm not sure if this happened near the Whipple building. The Whipple building is the federal facility in which ICE are bringing their detainees, people regardless of their status. Again, US citizens are being arrested, detained, and being held there as well. But there was a scene that I wanted to bring to y'all's attention in case you had not seen this, because a Black family was tear gassed. And this wasn't a family that was there for the protest. This wasn't a family that came out to show solidarity and support against ICE for the murder of Renee Good. These were regular people leaving South Minneapolis from a basketball game with their 6 children, and they were just headed home to the north side, right? And in the midst, they got caught up in blocked traffic near a protest. And as a result, ICE detained chemical munitions pretty much directly into their vehicle. They had 6 children, including one 6-month-old infant who stopped breathing. Thankfully, the child survived. I'm not certain if the baby is still hospitalized or not, but the fact that ICE damn near killed an infant with their illegal, not that legality means anything, I would say to this administration, but we know that chemical munitions were certainly deployed by Minneapolis police, and lots of police departments around this country routinely deploy illegal chemical munitions. So I can't even attribute this particular deployment and lay it exclusively at the feet of the Trump regime, because other regimes previous to Trump have done similar shit. But I want us to hear from the father, okay? And his name is Sean Jackson. His wife's name is Destiny Jackson. And the Jacksons were 8 deep in their vehicle. The 2 parents, 6 kids, one of them being a 6-month-old. And we're going to listen to the Sky News clip. It might be Sky News who keeps dinging my fucking videos. I may have to stop using Sky News. Sky News. Why am I using Rupert Murdoch shit any fucking way? Riddle me that, Kim Brown. Do better, Kim Brown, on the air. But yeah, so this is Sky News clip. But fuck, Sky News is on the goddamn scene. Like, you know, ace on the spot, ready to come with the in-person interview moments after this man's children were literally tear gassed by federal forces in Minneapolis. And this family, the Jacksons, did not have shit to do with shit. Brother Lateef, let's go ahead and run that clip.
All my kids is innocent. He an innocent child. All my kids is innocent. They didn't
ask for this.
Yeah.
Can you so your kids were in the back of this car?
My kids was in the back. My wife was in the front seat. I was pulling off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look.
And your windows were down?
No, my windows weren't even down. That window was down.
Right.
But I was doing something. I rolled my window down. But look.
So how did the ICE agents get mace into your car?
It was the officer that's sitting right here that threw it.
He threw the mace?
Yes, he threw the mace. And I don't know if it came from the bottom, came through the vents, but my car just filled up like it caught on fire.
And your kids?
My kids can't breathe. They're at the hospital.
Your kids are in hospital, and how old are they?
11, 7, 2 4-year-olds, a 2-year-old, and a 6-month-year-old.
What do you make of ICE?
I don't like them. I don't even participate with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, just show how they don't care.
Mm-hmm. Someone else has been shot in this
Innocent
neighborhood
people.
tonight.
Innocent people, innocent kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to the point, it's like it's getting unsafe.
Will your kids be okay?
I don't know. My 7-year-old couldn't breathe. He got rushed to the hospital by the ambulance.
That must be utterly terrifying for you.
Yes. He got rushed to the hospital by the ambulance.
Did you tell the officers what they've done?
Yeah, I was arguing with the officer to call the ambulance for 5 minutes.
He wouldn't call the ambulance for you?
No, he told me to call them back and get them on the line.
Could he see that you had your baby?
Yeah, he knew that they was in the car. He told another protester, stop talking, let him talk.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that they was in the car.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even try to help.
You must be furious.
Yes, I'm mad as hell. Now it's going to be hell on wheels. They definitely going to have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He an innocent child. All my kids are innocent. They
didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
It's the same thing that happened. Me trying to pull off. See how they just... He an innocent child. All my...
That was Sean Jackson, Minneapolis father of 6, recounting how ICE chemically gassed he and his wife and his 6 children, including his 6-month-old infant son who had to be hospitalized. In a different interview, Destiny Jackson, the mother, spoke about how she had to give her son, her 6-month-old, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation because he had stopped breathing because he had inhaled this chemical gas, this tear gas or mace. They're not exactly sure what type of munitions were deployed. But what the Jacksons did say is that this chemical was deployed by ICE, Homeland Security, whoever the fuck was out there, and they deployed it underneath of their vehicle. And when the munition exploded, it let off such a charge that all of their airbags deployed, right? So front airbags, side airbags, airbags all over the car deployed. And I think this helped to facilitate the disbursement of the gas inside the vehicle. The parent, Sean and Destiny, were frantically pulling their children out of the vehicles. And by the way, you guys, and I'm sure lots of people know this, but the use of chemical gas, tear gas, etc., it's known to cause long-term health effects, including infertility being one, right? And one among many, many side effects of the use of chemical munitions. And by the way, these munitions are largely banned under international law, but what the fuck America care about international law? Except when it's time to go steal other people's oil tankers, right? Now it's time for law. Oh, here comes Trump. Doesn't Trump sound like a goddamn stroke victim, Judge Dredd? I am the law. Niggas, get out of here. Shut the fuck up. But yep, so that is a scene out of Minneapolis, one of many scenes. Unfortunately, we know there have been lots after the shooting of Renee Good, which of course was preceded by the Los Angeles County murder of Keith Porter by an off-duty ICE agent. I mean, these federal jackbooted thugs are out here swinging for the fucking fences, kids. I think we should meet them on the field. I think we should meet them on the field. And there's a lot going on. It's so crazy. Any attempts to try to recap whatever the fuck is going on is just futile, right? And this is, of course, the intention, by the way. Trump, Steve Bannon, Stephen Miller, this is all their plan. Flood the zone, right? Make so many things chaotic at the same time. Attack every single barnacle within the president's purview, and just make everything chaos and crazy, and make it impossible for people to gain their footing and strategize. I won't say impossible, but make it very challenging and difficult. And these are the times that we find ourselves in right now. But I definitely do not think that the state has the singular authority on violence. I don't think that at all. At all. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you what might make you so angry you may be inspired to violence. listening to Democrats. And I don't mean because the Democrats are firing you up with that good let's get ready to rumble type of rhetoric. So in spite of a person being murdered in Minneapolis, in spite of I think it was a Venezuelan migrant who was also shot recently in Minneapolis, thankfully not killed, in spite of a Liberian family having their home battery rammed through illegally with ice, in spite of 6 children being tear gassed, I want you guys to hear from the Minnesota Attorney General, Keith Ellison, the former head of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, right? Mr. Progressive, all these fucking yellow niggas get on my fucking nerves. Yo. If it ain't fucking Yellow Man Keith Ellison, is Yellow Man Cory Booker, it's light brown man Hakeem Jeffries. We need some more melanin, I'm telling you, because these demelanated motherfuckers is letting us down. Yes, I know what I look like. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. This ain't about me, okay? I don't hold elective office. I'm talking about them yellow elected officials. Them niggas is useless. So I'm middle-aged. I'm kind of old. I don't understand all the fucking trends and shit the kids are doing on the goddamn internet. So this video, I'm sure it means something to someone. I don't know what it means. Yes, you're going to see Keith Ellison in this video give his little spiel, but I'm assuming the person who's also in this video is some sort of social media influencer, and that the trend of dropping your cell phone and let me pick it back up. I don't know whose cell phone this is, but hey, I'm Kim Brown. Let me like I'm that's called something. I'm just too old and middle-aged and indifferent and apathetic. I don't know what it means. I don't give a fuck what it means. But I understand that Keith Ellison is trying to pull something little internet influencer, cutesy wootsy, trendy wendy kind of shit. And I don't appreciate it in these times, good fella. So anyway, bruv Latif, let's go ahead and run that Keith Ellison clip that I'm sure the kids understand, but Auntie does not.
The ground right now in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're on the ground right now in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey, I just picked up Johnny's phone. Don't know what it was doing lying around, but I just want to let you know, as the Attorney General for the state of Minnesota, we expect an independent, free, fair, and thorough investigation for the death of Renee Good. Renee Good was a member of our community. She was trying to protect her vulnerable neighbors when she died. Now we need to have a thorough investigation, and the federal government, if it refuses to release the files, then it's got to justify that. They've already said they're not going to investigate. They've already said they've declined the case. So therefore, they should give the file to the state of Minnesota to do the investigation that is warranted. So, Johnny, I found your phone, bro. It's on the snow, still working.
You got my phone?
Yeah, here he is.
Thank
Here's
you.
Johnny.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Who was that? We're on the ground right now.
This ain't the time for that shit, Keith Ellison. Your state in particular is under direct attack. Now, granted, we can get into the overall philosophical, or have we been at at war and under attack forever? Yes, we have. But specifically in this moment, this ain't the time for no fucking internet influencer cutesy woosy shit. Hey, I don't know whose phone this is. Hey, I'm Keith Ellison. I'm your Attorney General. And nigga, shut up. What is this nonsense? What is this capitulation? What is this defeatist attitude coming out of the mouths of elected leaders in Minneapolis and in Minnesota? Well, the federal government, they refuse to investigate, and since they're not going to investigate, they should just give us the file. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think that Pam Bondi and Trump and Kash Patel, they strike you as the kind of niggas that's just going to give up the fucking file, huh? With all the police resources that I'm certain that the Attorney General's office in Minnesota has at his disposal, I am befuddled that I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, of course, there's a concurrent state investigation happening right now. whatever the Minnesota, special ops. I don't know what they're called. A lot of states have their own, like Georgia, GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, whatever the similar agency is, law enforcement agency, special investigative agency is in Minnesota. I know you guys know the name. I don't know the name, but they got them right. So I'm trying to give Ellison and Walls and Fry the benefit of the doubt. Hey, maybe they're running a shadow investigation. Maybe they're collecting evidence behind the scenes. Maybe they're interviewing witnesses and, gathering video angles and literally doing their own investigation instead of really just sitting on their hands and shrugging their shoulders and saying, well, the FBI won't cooperate with us. Homeland Security won't cooperate with us. So I guess we just can't do anything. Go fuck yourself. Motherfucking the guard, Luigi Mangione, right now, sitting in Brooklyn MDOC looking at federal and state charges, right? Like they got Luigi on all the charges. I'm sorry. Like the reason y'all cannot charge this fucking jackbooted thug cracker with state charges, or at least tell us that you're running a state investigation. But again, maybe they're playing chess and I'm playing checkers. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but this is a surrender. This is an acquiescence. When I saw Tim Walls and Jacob Frey, Bebe, I don't know, fuck that nigga too. But when I saw him, all of them telling protesters, hey, you guys need, Trump is bringing chaos. We shouldn't have our own chaos. Trump is, and ICE are doing all these illegal things. This is what we need you to do. We need you to bring out your telephones and hit record. This is not leadership that is going to guide us towards the end of this moment. Okay. And I know nobody over here expected fuck all from feckless, flaccid Democrats such as Walls, Ellison, and Jacob Frey, even though Jacob Frey had his nuts for, I think, an hour and told ICE to get the fuck out of Minneapolis. And then after that, he told everybody else to go the fuck home. And we're protesters. It's time for you. It's time for everybody to go home. It's time for everybody to go. Nothing to see here. They're just illegally stealing your neighbors, stealing American citizens, stealing people with every single legal right to be here under these false premises of some fraud scheme. And let me say this, I don't even doubt that the fraud occurred. What I doubt is that the Somalis defrauded America more than the whites. So when Trump said it was the biggest fraud scheme in Minnesota, I said, I think the Dakota people and the indigenous native sovereign peoples of Minnesota would like to have a word, because nobody could ever thief more than the whites have thiefed. Okay. I don't care if the Somalis literally thiefed billions with a B. The whites have thiefed quintillions with Q's, okay? Like the trillions with T's, baby. Whatever thieving, small thieving that my melanated people have done, you could never, baby. We could steal for the next 3,000 years, every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We would still be so far behind the Caucasoids. We would be so far behind the Caucasoids on the thieving scoreboard. It's not even fair. It's not even close. But I'm sorry. If you're in Minneapolis, and shout out to our people. What up? My son Tyler is out there. My niece Alicia is out there. Do y'all have faith? Does Keith Ellison inspire confidence that not only Renee Good's killer, but the gasser of small children, the kidnapper of regular people, average, ordinary working citizens, the terrorizing of kids, the shutdown of St. Paul's schools for a number of days? The kids had to learn virtually because ICE is literally stalking their bus stops. Where's the accountability for that? Where is the list for that? Where is the database for that? Where is elected officials and law enforcement in Minneapolis in Minnesota, where are they calling for an accumulation of evidence in which people will be prosecuted, not someday, to fucking day. You're committing crimes right now. ICE agents and Homeland Security are violating federal judges' directives against using chemical munitions right now. Where is the consequence? Where is the accountability? The truth of the matter is there are none. And again, this is not a shock to any of us. We've seen police, regular ass cops, way before Trump, way before this moment, get away with murder, maiming, disabling. You know, when I saw the gassing of these kids in their parents' car, it made me think of a story from several years ago, maybe a decade or more. Our Detroit folks, you know what I'm talking about. You already know whose name I'm going to say. Ayanna Stanley. I want to say she had a hyphenated last name. Maybe it was Stanley Jones. Ayanna Stanley, a young girl between the ages of 7 and 9. My memory is blinking a little bit, but she was either 7, 8, 9 years old. Little girl in her family's home, sleeping on the couch. Detroit police, I believe it was, did a no-knock warrant on her house. And I think, was it Cops? It was either the TV show Cops or the First 48 or one of those reality cop docudramas series that accompanied this police department when they went to do this no-knock raid on Ayanna Stanley Jones's home. They fired in, I think, either flashbangs or some sort of chemical munitions. Tragically, I think the munition struck this young girl and she died. She was innocent, as I'm sure everyone in her fucking house was innocent. And I think these people were eventually. The point is, no one was charged with this young girl's murder. No one was held accountable. And this is something that I guess we've come to accept. Not even so much accept. I mean, this is just the way it is in America, right? When police officers started to be charged and in very few cases held accountable and sentenced to jail, that's somewhat of a new phenomenon. Ain't no somewhat, it is a new phenomenon. Like, that shit is brand new. In fact, very few cops in the history of policing, and it's long and ugly, disgusting, distorted, slave catching in its origins history. Very few police have ever been held accountable for murdering Black folks or murdering any people, but especially Black people. So when cops on occasion get charged, and even rarer occasions than not go to jail, know that that is an anomaly. That is not how American jurisprudence has always worked itself out. We have not always been a country of law. No one is above the law. The fuck they not. Yes, they are. There's lots of niggas above the law, and they wear badges. And if you don't believe me that they are above the law, look at the Law Enforcement Officers Bill of Rights, as many places, states, municipalities have them. Cops have all kinds of privileges that keep them above the law. So make no mistake about that. And, you know, I also kind of got to laugh at these Democrats when they talk about, well, maybe we need to defund ICE. Bitch, go die. How about that? How about instead of defund ICE, why don't you go jump off the goddamn cliff? Because it's the same thing. It's the same toothless request as defund the police. And I know I took part in that chorus of defund the police. I'm wrong. It is abolished. Okay. It's abolished. It is get rid of. It is absolutely dismantle. I have the utmost confidence in the community's ability to be able to patrol itself. Right. Or to, hold on. You guys know how I feel about the prevalence of child and sexual abusers in the community, and somehow these motherfuckers move with impunity. They move with impunity and don't nobody beat them up, and that makes me sad. But the police also do not do a good job of collecting these harmful pieces of shit. So I don't know what to do. Let me get back to y'all on that. Let me think about that some more. But the defund is not gonna cut it, especially when it comes to ICE. ICE is a new agency only been around since the W. Bush era, 20 or so years. You can absolutely get rid of fucking ICE, whatever. And I say abolish the fucking border because I was going to say just let Border Patrol. No, I don't give a fuck about Border Patrol. Fuck them niggas too. I don't see the point of us having borders, by the way. Everyone's a human. You should be able to move and traverse the earth like every human. All humans should be able to move around, right? But that's just my take. I want to I want to contrast, if I could here, Keith Ellison's very, in my opinion, toothless response to all of this happening in his face, in his state. Oh, but we found a lawsuit. Oh, great. Let me know when that comes up in 2027, when that's heard before a judge in the next 14 fucking months. I'm sure nothing bad will happen between now and by the time this lawsuit winds its way through the courts. Attorney General Ellison, you bastard. Sorry. I didn't mean to call that man a bastard. You bitch ass nigga. There we go. I say I don't know his family situation. I don't know if he's a bastard, but it is giving bitch nigga though. So I think that's accurate. So we'll keep it. I want us to switch gears. No, kind of staying in the same lane, but taking a different tone. Okay. New York City, come to the front of the room. New York City ICE operations have been ongoing, as they have been for some time. Anyway, it's been a bit of a shit show in NYC as well. NYC has been showing up though, so shout out to all the New Yorkers that has been on a fuck ICE John, as it were. However, an employee who works for the city council was abducted by ICE. He went in for a routine check-in. I believe he is a legal migrant from, I can't fucking remember where, somewhere where they speak Spanish. I don't know where he's from. I want to say Venezuela, but I don't think that's accurate. But Latino, okay, is my understanding. And this person has been working for the city council. And when they were taken by the city council, or rather, when they were taken by ICE, the city council responded. And I want to play some clips of their press conference when they talked about the roadblocks they encountered trying to locate the employee of the city council of the city of New York. ICE refused to give them information. Again, we're seeing this tale, this same sort of story, this same playbook that ICE is rolling out on everyone across the country. They are thieving people. They are not entering them into the ICE locator that is online, and then they are moving people from place to place to place, usually sending them quickly to Texas, Louisiana, and just keeping them on a roller coaster from there. And these people are being subjected to horrendous conditions in the interim. Oh, and people are dying. I did not forget about Mr. Geraldo Luna Campos, who was found choked to death, or was found dead, and in the El Paso ICE detention, and the coroner, from what I understand, ruled it a homicide. Terrible thing. So anyway, the New York City Council folks showed up and they said, nah. But it's the rhetoric. It's the tone. This is the fucking tone I need to hear. Like, if you niggas can't do nothing but push the fucking papers from one side of the desk to the fucking other, all right, on some hand, I get that. But goddamn, can you at least show up and cuss somebody out? Can we drop the pretense of decorum and civility when we are literally dealing with Nazis? So it's the tone here that I appreciate. I don't know what these New York City Council people are actually doing, but god damn it, at least they didn't say the shit nice, and I appreciate that. Brother Latif, let's roll that.
You are wrong. ICE is coming after. If you think that ICE is not your problem because you're not immigrants. You are wrong. ICE is coming after each and every single one of us.
This gentleman works for the city of New York.
A young man that's data analyst. What can that man be doing to disturb this country?
What message are we sending to say to someone, well, if you show up and do the right thing, you might get picked up. But if you don't show up, you can get picked up as well.
There is a distinction here as a federal government that continues to break the law. A federal government that doesn't understand due process.
This is what fascism is about, but it is happening every single day across this nation.
There are many times when the law is bullshit. The law is not justice. The law is not safety. The law is not ethics. The law is a political tool. And right now, it's being wielded by white nationalists, bigots who are trying to divide our communities.
Instead of Republicans funding healthcare, they are funding a secret police force that is attacking and taking a shit on our American values.
We're not gonna make a criminal out of him. This man was doing an amazing job for the city of New York.
We have yet to hear a statement from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, as well as House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, about this kidnapping. This is not the time for tepid leadership. Stand up, speak up, stand by in unity with New Yorkers and with Americans who are being terrorized by this Gestapo.
If we cannot respect folks, we cannot treat people with dignity, what are we doing for the future of this world? Today is our brother. Today is our colleague. If you don't have no restriction in what you can do, now I'm going to say, DHS, ICE, you just fucking crossed the line and let this man go.
If you think that ICE...
DHS, you just fucking crossed the line. Let this man go. Trump administration is taking a shit on the Constitution. I mean, listen, if you can't go to the ICE detention and get your mans out, you might as well go up there and cuss everybody the fuck out, okay? Don't go up there, hey, listen, it's per the Constitution. We're supposed to be able, you're supposed to let us in. No. If they're not going to let you in, go down there and cuss them out. And if that's all you can do, then that to me is better than making conciliatory statements and finger wagging. And I don't get me wrong, I don't have any issue with the shame, but I don't want to hear shame from elected officials, motherfucker. I want to hear you go down there and do something. You have a position of power for a reason. Even if your power is dwarfed by the power of the federal government, the people still expect leadership. They still put you in that position to go up there and lead and do something or attempt to do something, not whatever this bullshit Keith Ellison just did. Hey, I don't know whose phone this is, but hey, I'm Keith Ellison and blah, blah, blah. Nigga, shut up. Go get locked up or shut the fuck up, Keith Ellison, Jacob Frey, Tim Walz, Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer. Thank you to the brother, to the city council person who called out the feckless leadership of congressional, the New York congressional delegation. The fuck has Chuck Schumer got to say? Hakeem Jeffries, absolutely goddamn nothing of consequence. They are just biding their time, literally treading water, hoping that the midterms will be the equalizer, the thing that will right the scales. Oh, well, if we can just get Republicans out of congressional power, if we can unseat Mike Johnson from that speakership, then things will get back to normal. Is that what you think? is that what is that the impression that these fucking Nazi lunatics are giving you, that they're just gonna abide by the electoral outcome if it does not go their way? I don't know. Of course, we are all hoping that the Prince of Darkness will call his son back down home. We're hoping. See, don't get me wrong. I don't like the dog, but I need that nigga to do his job though. Nigga, come get this nigga. Satan. Come get your mans. Come get him. He's out here. Come get him, Satan. He's ready to come on home. You know what I'm saying? Better to, what does it say? What did the demoniac say? Better to to reign in hell than to serve in heaven, right? I think, yes, Trump fits that to a T. It's time to call him on home. Lucifer, dawn of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth. What's the name of that song? Is it called Iron Shirt? I was trying to get stupid Apple Music to play it for me, and it played not that song. I'm going to put on my iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. That shit is hard. I'm going to put on my iron vest, hey, and make the devil out of rest. I don't know if that's the words, but then Kanye sampled that. Lucifer, dawn of the morning. What's up, Lateef?
What's going on? Peace, Fire Fam.
What's going on?
I was thinking of the version. Yeah, I was thinking of Kanye Jay-Z's version, and I couldn't think of the name of it. Oh, I wanted to let you know that since you were speaking about music, I didn't want you to be surprised. Ear Doctor say you all are doing Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Oh, this nigga. I was not ready to do Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is got to be. It's going to be a two-parter. I don't think Ear Doctor understands how much music Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis are responsible for. Oh, silly wabbit. But thank you for that, Lateef. I appreciate it. Wait, hold on. Well, since you done came up, I just seen some boxes roll up. Can we acknowledge the folks before I continue on my tirades? Thank you.
There were no boxes for any super chats.
Yes, there was. There was boxes.
You probably saw me posting comment boxes.
Oh, I don't know. Colored. Anytime they're colored, I saw the colors.
I even had YouTube remove one of my own comments that I made. So I don't know what it looks like on your end, but YouTube said that they wasn't going to allow one of my own comments to go up there. They said I was using foul language. I saw that box.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. I'll take your word for it. Right. Though I'm about to come out, y'all. Like my super chats work, but that's okay.
Dry over here.
Mm-hmm. You said it's dry. I could have swore I seen some boxes, but that's okay. All righty, maybe I didn't. Thank you guys. I appreciate all that you do. Thank you, brother Lateef. I still hear your hiss in the background. Thank you so much. So there's more. It was more than just the gassing of kids. It was more than just the parading of an elder out of his home, I believe in either his shorts or underwear in the sub-freezing Minneapolis temperatures. I want us to go to the West Coast, to the West Side, because obviously in the aftermath of the murder of Renee Good, there were lots of protests across the country. Los Angeles, the entire Southland, the whole SoCal, the whole North, everywhere in California, well, especially SoCal has been affected tremendously by these ICE raids. I believe they were basically affected first. And then came DC, and then came Chicago, and then came all these places. But Los Angeles, LA County, Orange County, San Diego, places where our folks are, our fire famers are, have been seeing these ICE raids, these ICE kidnappings for almost a year now. Thousands of people have been taken. So many more families have been destroyed. And even during the course of these protests, in which a lot of folks were amassing at the downtown ICE facility, the federal building in DTLA. But post the Renee Good killing, there was a protest basically, in which one of the attendees was permanently maimed and disabled. More specifically, they were blinded. And you guys know, you know the disability of this particular channel host, right? So, you know, when shit like that happens, I take it, it hits me right there, right in the bosoms. At the same time, this is not a new tactic for these jackbooted thugs, and I don't mean ICE and I don't mean Homeland Security, regular ass cops, LAPD, SFPD, Chicago Police Department, like we could really go down the fucking list. During the uprisings of 2020, after the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, again, millions of people took to the streets and the police responded. The police, not federal forces, local ass police departments responded with these so-called less lethal munitions, which are the most poorly named, the most poorly named things, because I suppose less lethal means they don't kill you, but if they maim you and disable you, that is not a compromise, right? And the way that these cops, regular cops, and now these jackbooted thugs, these ICE and Homeland Security Proud Boys, the way they deploy these munitions are I want to say incorrect, but they shouldn't be deploying them in the first fucking place because it goes against, international law. Again, that the United States doesn't give two fucks about. But they are not supposed to be aiming these munitions like rubber bullets and pepper balls at people's heads. They do. They are not supposed to be aiming at people's bodies at all. They're supposed to, for alleged crowd control, which again, a misnomer altogether. But they're supposed to be aiming these canisters and these pepper balls in open areas to help disperse the crowd. Like they're supposed to shoot them in the middle of the crowd and they land on the concrete and then they explode and disperse all this gas. But no, what's actually happening is that these agents are lining up, these cops are lining up and targeting people's faces, eyes, hands with these so-called less lethal munitions. And again, it's a misnomer. I don't even like to repeat that characterization because it's false and it's propaganda. So 21-year-old Caleb Rummel, I believe I'm saying his name right. This college student came to a protest after the murder of Renee Good, and he was targeted in the face with some sort of munition. His people still don't know what it was. They don't know if it was a rubber bullet. They don't know if it was a pepper ball. They don't know what it was. A canister. They're not sure. But they literally shot him in the eye. They shot him in the eye. A peaceful protester, a U.S. citizen. Not that that shit means any fucking thing. But much to my surprise, I was informed this kid was white. I said, look at that. I don't wish that on him. I take no pleasure in this child being white at all. But what I do realize, or it's being shown to us that, any sort of privilege white skin offered in the before times, coming across and coming against this regime, your whiteness might actually make you more of a target. No, that's not true. I'm sorry, not more than the blacks and the browns. I'm sorry, that's not the case. But they get treated. The whites that come out in support of justice, usually coming out to support the rights of brown people and black people whose rights have been violated, they getting treated like nigger lovers, race traitors. And trust me, the white supremacist system, never a fan of you nigger lovers. None. You nigger lovers, you go back out there with the niggers. You cannot come over here and be white with the rest of us. They're going to treat you. They're going to give you the nigger treatment, unfortunately. And tragically, that happened to this young man, Caleb. And my heart just absolutely goes out to him. But I want you to hear the way that he recounts his injuries with resolve, with strength. And it's just incredible. But please pay attention. And this is going to be a little cringy, some of the details as he explains the extent of the injuries to his eye. But make no mistake, this young man is blinded in one eye for life because of what these jackbooted thugs did to him. So let's listen to Caleb.
Heard the doctors say, and everyone else, yes, I will be blind for life.
Can you start from the beginning?
Globe.
Will you be blind in that eye for life?
From what I've heard the doctors say, and everyone else, yes, I will be blind for life. They said my globe was ruptured. I had my lower lid was cut up, and they had to take skin from my temple to fix it. There's a lot to it. I don't remember all the things that they said. I have fractures in my skull that they can't fix, and I can't sneeze or cough because it's dangerous too. I remember also when I shot, there was pepper in it, and I had pepper down my throat. It made it hard to breathe for a long time. They pulled a piece of plastic the size of a nickel out of my eye. They said I had shards of metal, glass, and plastic all throughout my eye and behind my eye and in my skull. And they also said that I had a piece of shrapnel metal about a few millimeters away from my carotid artery. And they said it was a miracle I survived, because if it got any closer, if it hit that, I would have died that night.
Will you be blind in that eye for life?
From what I've heard.
So here's the thing, everybody. I again, my heart breaks for Caleb. He's so very strong. To be honest, I received my diagnosis around that same age, so I can imagine on some level what that must be like for him. Though obviously coming to disability, very obviously two very different ways. This man is disabled literally by the state and by agents of the state, and that is an injury that he is going to have to adjust to and live with for the entire rest of his life, right? And it's not an easy adjustment. And even if they were to file, he and his family were to file some sort of civil suit and even get some sort of settlement, even still, it's never, I'm sorry. Let me ask you, chat, how much is your eye worth to you? $1 million? 10? Like, real talk. Like, what the fuck is an eye worth? What is your vision worth in dollar amounts? There is no dollar amount that you can put on this young man's ability to be able to regain whatever life that he had before this injury. But why did he have his eye taken out? I'm sorry, because he showed up to a protest. He wasn't charged with anything. He's not accused of doing anything to provoke this level of violence against him. Him just showing up was enough for them to literally rob him of his vision. And this is the sort of fascist state that we live in. And this is not new. This is decades old, centuries old, generations old. This is how America has always been. And here's the thing. All of the, this harder right turn towards white nationalism that this country is currently undergoing, on some level, I kind of appreciate it being out in the open. Like, you don't have to wonder. And, a white call you to N-word, smack him. It's a fight. Fuck it. They ain't nobody coming to lynch you. This ain't them days. You understand? Like, it's bad days right now, but let a white call you to N-word, punch him in the face. Knock his teeth out. It was different times in that sense, in that regard. But here's what I want the Trump administration to do. Like, can y'all, you want to have your white power state? It's not fine, to be clear. But can we just drop all the pretense that this is the best country in the world, that this is the country that shares and spreads democracy and liberty and freedom? I'm sorry, Greenlanders are currently quaking in their boots at the thought of being freed by America. All right. Greenland said, no, we good. Keep us enslaved. We do not want that American freedom. Keep us in Danish in enslavement. We do not care for the American freedom. That is too much freedom. No one wants that fucking freedom. Just drop the bullshit. This ain't the best country in the world. You do not have freedom of speech here. You do not have freedom of assembly. The Constitution is is a list of theories, right? The Bill of Rights are suggestions until they are enforced, right? And any rights that can be given can be revoked. And are they even really rights if someone can take them away? If someone can give them to you, they can rescind them. So what the fuck do we actually live in, right? We live in a white male dominated autocracy, and we always have. And for a brief respite, for a tiny sliver of time, the scales were attempted to be somewhat righted, right? And white people lost 10% of their position. And they said, we are being oppressed. Wait a second, my son did not get into the University of Michigan. They let in Tyrone. Oppression. We cannot live under all of this brutality. And the whites are taking their country back. They're taking the little 10% that we had got acquired. And they want their country back. But they gonna get it back. All right. And that shit is gonna suck. All right. America's not great to fucking start with. The fact that there are $100+ billion being spent on ICE in the budget, and people don't have health care, and people don't have access to childcare. Like, this is the shithole country. Do you understand? Migrants did not make America this way. The oligarchs made America this way. Donald Trump and his predecessors and his compadres made America this way. For JD Vance to try to point fingers at migrants and to tell white people, see, the reason we have a housing crisis is because of all the migrants. No, bitch. It's because all of JD Vance's billionaire buddies are keeping your wages low. They are eliminating your jobs through AI. And they want to tell you, stupid white and stupid black, by the way, because some niggas be talking real fucking dumb when it comes to the immigrant people. And it's like, nigga, don't blame Jose. Jose ain't had shit to do with this, okay? Y'all, the boss man, you need to take it up with boss. Jose ain't do it. But let me point to this. Didn't I tell you guys earlier in the show? Pardon me if I'm all over the place. I have no idea how many people are in here. Thanks to all that are watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's Burn It Down with Kim Brown. I'm around here a couple times a week, usually around 7 p.m. Sometimes. But anyway, appreciate y'all liking the video. Smash like, blah, blah, blah. Remember I said early in the show, it seemed like working people were being squeezed, like this multi-prong attack on the small disposable income that people had, in terms of car insurance going up, health insurance going up, homeowners insurance going up, of course, the regular inflation that we are experiencing at the stores in different ways. And I have been complaining to you guys, I want to say maybe a year now, maybe close to, about Pepco, Potomac Electric bitch ass nigga company. Potomac Electric is who provides electricity for DC and Maryland. On the DC side, PG County and Montgomery County are Pepco customers. Washington, DC is Pepco. Baltimore and its surrounding counties are serviced by Baltimore Gas and Electric, BGNE. Even though it's not BGN as in Nancy, it's and BG and E, but we say BG&E around here. So BG&E and Pepco, for at least the past year and some change, have been robbing niggas. They have been literally coming to your house. You answer the door, hello, Pepco, come on. Oh, hello, Pepco. And all of a sudden, Pepco pulled out the fucking 45 and said, empty your pockets, Miss Brown. I said, but wait, I've been paying my bill. What's the problem? No, Miss Brown, all of it. I said, wait a second. You can't have all of it. I have to give Washington Gas. No, ma'am. I said, I have to give Washington Gas something. They said, no, we want it all. So then when Washington Gas called, I said, well, Pepco got y'all money. I don't know what you want me to tell you. That was the answer. I still have electricity. Thank you, God. But anyway, me and Pepco have been bumping heads because I don't appreciate the way that my fucking bill has gone up over this past year. And my usage, beloveds, has not. My usage has not gone up, but the bill has fucking gone up. What does that sound like to you, y'all? Strong arm robbery. Exactly what it sounds like to me. And people in Maryland, people in New Jersey, who else is feeling this? There's a few other states that have, they are getting literally put over the barrel. And I want you to visualize that, because that was just like a saying that, you know, the elders used to say, oh, they got me over a barrel. I want you to visualize that. They got you over a barrel to do what? To stick it up your anus. Exactly. That's what they have. That's what it means to have you over a barrel. They got me over a barrel. Yes, so they can fuck you up the ass. That is what Pepco and BG&E have been doing to people in this region. Thank you, data centers, you fucking assholes. So anyway, I wanted to just show y'all this clip because they are trying to reinstate us into the Great Depression type of conditions. Like they want everybody in boarding houses, right? They want homeowners to take in boarders, rent rooms. We're already in a rent fucking economy. Niggas is touring. Niggas is renting their cars out on lunch breaks and shit. Like the ghetto, y'all. This is the shithole. We live in it right goddamn now. Make no mistake about it. And one of the ways people are getting pinched and squeezed, working people that is, and poor people are getting pinched and squeezed, is at the rising rates through their electric power usage. And it's not because people are using more power. It's because the data centers are being put on the grids. And we are expected to subsidize the likes of Google, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft. And everybody can absolutely go fuck themselves, okay? And fictitiously, for entertainment purposes only, this is me drafting my Hollywood script treatment, and this is not real, and I don't want nobody to do what I'm about to say. It would be awesome if niggas would go up and blow up them fucking data centers with dynamite. Boom, blow them up. In a scene that I have envisioned in my movie treatment for my screenplay for entertainment purposes only. But wouldn't that be awesome if the data centers just exploded? No more power, no more power drain on the grid then. When your data center's blown up, but then y'all wouldn't be able to watch a little Netflix. Would y'all give a fuck? Of course not. Of course you wouldn't give a shit. The fuck was you doing before Netflix? Nigga, you was watching DVDs. You was going to Walmart and pulling $5 DVDs at the bin. I know everybody got 200 fucking DVD movies stashed away somewhere. We need to bust them joints back out. Fuck all these streaming platforms, because if we gotta stream to have the data centers and then we get gouged, put over a barrel, and strong arm robbed every single fucking month, everybody now, every household is accumulating utility debt. Your fucking power bill looks like your goddamn rent bill. It's like, this can't be life. So anyway, I'm sorry. Whew, let me calm down. I want y'all to feel sorry for this white man. And it's black people too, but it was a white man. That's why I figured they put him on the news, because it was a white man suffering at the hands of BGE, okay? So anyway, if you two are suffering at the hands of your power company, I need you to like this video. I need y'all to drop a light bulb in the goddamn chat. A light bulb and a flame emoji next to that bitch to burn these fucking data centers to the ground for entertainment purposes only. Brother Lateef, let's take a look at the BG&E clip. BG&E out here robbing niggas and whites. Jesus. Everyone getting robbed. Cerro Blando.
Steve Cliff Jr. got his...
We're getting robbed.
When Steve Cliff Jr. got his BGE bill this month, he couldn't believe it. His typical $200 was a whopping $550.
I'm telling you, my jaw dropped to the floor. I was so mad. And that was because I knew I was broke. As soon as I paid it, I knew I was broke.
He says he hasn't changed anything month to month. And to add insult to injury, his truck broke down this week. Nothing's left over after he's already paid his utility bill.
BG&E took all my extra money, every penny of it. And that's ridiculous. I feel like Maryland needs to stand up and Westmore needs to do something.
Making a lot of hard decisions to make the right decision, to keep eating, stay warm.
That's Donna Brown. Her passion project, crocheting, is serving a dual purpose, a lifeline, as her bill has tripled since she moved into this one-bedroom apartment a few years ago.
If I gotta get food, I'll sell a headset.
A colder than normal winter combined with rate increases from last year, as well as a higher supply demand from data centers on the PJM grid, have created the perfect storm.
It's time to start making our homes more energy efficient.
So while there may be no solution in the near future to reduce the higher bills, AARP Maryland utility advocate Laurel Peltier says ratepayers have to be proactive.
So you can lower your rate through community solar. You can use less energy through energy efficiency means, and that's really taking advantage of what the state offers, because we all fund that through Empower Maryland.
BGE is also providing another round of one-time customer relief totaling $2.5 million. The application will open on January 21st for customers who meet income requirements and have a past due balance of at least $250. We have more information on how to apply available on our website. Blair Sable, WMAR 2 News.
We're getting.
Oh, okay. That was Channel 2, WMAR out of Baltimore. So BG&E customers, if we have any watching with us right now, you can apply for the one-time payment forgiveness of, I think the last time they were given credits of $300. Fun fact. I know you guys are like, Kim, did you apply for the shit from Pepco? Fun fact. Pepco didn't offer that shit. In fact, it was the Salvation Army of Maryland that was providing a $300 one-time credit to Pepco customers. And I called about the shit. Nobody called me back. So I didn't get the shit. I'm gonna have to reapply for it, or I can't even say apply. I never applied, but I'm gonna try to get on it because, y'all, I'm looking at the same fucking bill for the past year. The shit. Well, I know y'all like this is too much information. I don't give a shit. Y'all gonna hear my troubles. Hear my pain. Hear my pain. The devil got me going through a thing. Lord, feel my pain. I had $1,000 BG&E bill, no, not BG&E, sorry, Pepco bill last summer. That bitch just got under $800 this month, okay? So I still owe them $777 from $1,000. And here's the thing, I told y'all that they robbed me straight up, like they are robbing me ongoing, but they overtly robbed me. I've been a customer for over a decade. I think I've had my power cut off once. Okay, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go through it. That shit wasn't off forever. It was off for like a couple days, and then I got it back on. But this was years and years and years ago that happened, right? So when the bills got to be ridiculous, of course, why would I'm not paying the whole thing off because, you know, I like to eat. I am not going to give you $1,000 and then what? So I can have nothing else, right? Anyway, so these motherfuckers, I'm sorry, the yappas is flying overhead now. I kind of got distracted. There's yappas all the time. Helicopters flying over. So my point is this. I need to try to figure out how to get a hold of this $300 credit because I'm paying on this shit like it's a goddamn credit card bill. The shit doesn't make any fucking sense. It's the utilities. And they robbed me because they said, okay, we'll get you on a payment plan. Make a first installment payment of $365. I said, okay. I sent them $365. And guess what they did? They did not apply it to my balance. Do you know what they did? They held it as a security deposit. I have been a customer for over 10 plus years, and y'all gonna literally steal $365 from me and hold it. Just hold. Nigga, when I get on the phone with them, the nigga tells me that he can see that they got my $365 holding it, not even putting it towards the balance. Blow it all up. With dynamite, with grenades, with surface-to-air missiles. I don't give a fuck. Blow it all up. Fictitiously, for entertainment purposes only, in my own movie as the helicopter. Oh shit! I hope these niggas ain't about to come this way. Don't be wrong. Don't be chopping over my house helicopters. I don't want to hear that shit. So anyway, so another way in which they are trying to drive us into poverty, I guess everybody, not just the blacks. Of course, that's why they fired hundreds of thousands of black women from not only the federal government, ended all these DEI programs in which black women were disproportionately affected by layoffs and firings and the like. But you know, regular, and you see that working class white man paid his BG&E bill, and then his truck broke, and my man's was broke. My man said, as soon as I paid BG&E, I didn't have no money. And he said, that's part of the reason I think I pulled this clip, because he said the same thing I said. He said, I'm getting robbed out here. I said, yes, sir. We are all getting fucking robbed out here. And for what? For data centers? And no disrespect. Well, maybe a little disrespect to the woman that came on later in the package talking about consumer usage. That is propaganda, beloveds. That is how they try to blame us for our poverty, right? You can't pay your bills. Well, clearly you must be doing something wrong. You might be using too much electricity. Maybe your appliances are not Energy Star compatible. Go fuck yourself, bitch. You know why? Because I got Energy Star every fucking thing. Everything. Refrigerator, dishwasher, washing machine. All my shit is Energy Star. Every fucking light bulb in this goddamn house is LED. And so for these niggas to send me a bill, $400, $500, dynamite. Blow it up. Get rid of it all. Donnie Bird, thank you so much. Afraid not. Dawn, $3 on my dynamite. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Who is out here good with the boom booms? Okay, we got pew pews and we got boom booms. It's time for boom boom time, everybody. Boom boom. Shit. Get on my fucking nerves. I'm sorry. That was a little personal, but I feel a way. I feel a big goddamn way about getting robbed for electricity. And I'm a mindful electricity consumer. I'm aware of whatever the fuck. And y'all niggas, and you're gonna point the finger at customers and saying maybe you should examine your usage. Go fuck yourself, bitch. Tell the fucking Amazon workstation data center to examine its fucking usage. They talk to us like we stupid out here, kids. I reject it. We're just going to be better with your money. Be better with your money. Go invest in weapons. I'm talking to all of yous, especially y'alls that live in red states where they give the guns away. Oh, if you don't have a gun, beloved, you need to be putting that bitch on Klarna through Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever the fuck is the local, wherever they slang guns locally near you. If you can go to the store and pick up the blammer, go put that bitch on Klarna. Klarna you some shit. Anyway, I'm sorry. We take a small break here. Take a small break. We take a pause. I should go and grab my joint, but we in it now. Fucking, I'm here. So I'm a chill. Brother Lateef, am I mistaken that I see boxes of colors?
Not at all. You are not mistaken. Thank you, Lady Alex, for her super chat. She says, Kim's triumphant tirades. So I think she appreciates your triumphant tirades.
I need dynamite, Lady Alex. Where is the dynamite? I mean, the fictitious make believe pretend dynamite that doesn't really exist. But where is some? where can we find some of it? Because I like, some places need to, illumination. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And Nat A, thank you, Nat A. Nat A has been a member for 40 months out here. Nat A says HNY, and it's big. What's that Capricorn sign, Nat?
Yes.
Okay, it's big Capricorn season.
Go.
Flame emoji, tree emoji, smoke emoji. Thank you, Nat A, for your dedicated membership.
Thank you. Is that it?
That is it for now. Also, we had an inquiry about $5 subs on Twitch. Bruce said that he has the opportunity to gift $5 each one on Twitch, so we need to look into that.
Really?
So I'm going to look into that for Bruce. But that wasn't a box or highlight. I just wanted to mention. I will look into that, Bruce. We will take all types of funding: Twitch funding, dollar funding. We'll take it all. We will take it all. So thank you. Appreciate you, Fire Fam. Don't forget to hit that like button. We got 69 still watching with us.
Hey now.
All right. We're rocking and rolling. Let's go.
Thank you, Brother Latif.
No doubt.
Because there's a little echo. So you got to take yourself down. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Alex. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much to Bruce. Nat A. Girl. I was thinking about y'all. Shout out to Kane. Big boss man, Kane. What's up, Kane? Hey, Kane's a good boy. Yes, Kane's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Nat, I was thinking about you. I saw the video a sister posted about how much ice is in Tennessee, Johnson City, Clarksville, Memphis, everywhere, Knoxville, Nashville. I mean, Tennessee, Jesus Christ. Y'all got a Grand Imperial Wizard as a governor. And I know you're like, how can you tell him apart from the other Grand Imperial Wizards as governors? Well, Bill Lee, woo! I wish I could sing the Dukes of Hazzard song about him, like the General Lee, because he is giving General Lee energy, but he ain't giving Hazard Boys coolness. You guys know what a fan I was of Dukes of Hazzard. I am Gen X. Gen X and Black. I mean, I'm sorry. We did love Dukes of Hazzard. And for those, anyway, I mean, let me calm down. Let me move along. Even though Latif doesn't mind being held hostage, I didn't like holding Brother Will hostage because, Brother Will needed his freedom because he had an actual other job. So I didn't like the whole Will. But Latif, we may hold Latif. No, I'm not going to hold you, Brother Latif. But anyway, I want to move along because I just don't see how we can just go along to get along. I don't see how we can hope for some sort of return to normalcy. In fact, I just feel as though we are probably in the most opportune time to try to make the world and the society appear in the way that we would prefer, right? And to me, knowing that the American criminal injustice system is nothing but disappointment. It's nothing but, racially and gender hierarchy justice, depending on who the victim is, and of course, depending on who the perpetrator, all factors into what level of justice may be gotten, if any level of justice will be gotten, right? Depending on who's doing what. But this is where we come in, because I don't think that those that we know are terrible in the community, I just don't see how we allow those people to have peace, right? The same way our folks are doing outstanding work and finding out the names and faces and information of these jackbooted thugs, these deputized Proud Boys, and find out who they are, where they are, and make sure that they don't have peace, which I think is very important. There are plenty of non-deputized folks out here that are causing harm in the community. And I think that bad things should happen to them. And I don't make any apologies about that. So we're going to start here. Let's go to Illinois. Not in Chicago, outside of Chicago, in the exoburbs, let's say, of Chicago. Because, and again, this is, everyone's alive in this story. And I think sometimes, especially the way that we are conditioned to consume news in this country, and the way that we are also conditioned to dispense compassion in this country, right? It all very much depends on who the victim is, the demographic of the victim. And even though no one in the story died, I think this is a story that is reflective of the times and that we should pay attention to. And that when women in particular are harmed in public, we need to lift them up and extend our support. So in the Chicago exoburbs, this young sister in her 20s went to a bar that she had been to several times before. And immediately she was harassed. She was intimidated. And then by other bar patrons, culminating with her being manhandled by, according to her, several white men while they were calling her the N-word, hard R. In this instance, someone was charged. I'm glad they were, but I don't think it should stop there. But let me go ahead and get you up to speed with the story. Go ahead, Brother Lateef. Let's get that one pulled up. Out of Illinois, a blue state, maybe not as progressive as advertised. Kind of like Maryland, kind of like New Jersey, kind of like a lot of fucking places. Let's go ahead.
News exclusive, an eyewitness news exclusive, a man facing several charges, including a hate crime charge after a fight at a suburban bar. It happened at Mac and Frankie's bar in Bradley last month. That suspect was just charged this week.
ABC 7's Trey Ward joining us live in studio tonight after speaking exclusively to the victim about what happened. Trey.
Cheryl and Rob, it was supposed to be a normal night out for Venetia Sherrod. She says it happened at a bar she's been to on numerous occasions. That was until she says she was called a racial slur before being assaulted and thrown out.
A tense confrontation spilling out of a bar captured on cell video and involving a Kankakee man now accused of a hate crime.
Y'all let him call her a racial slur.
We've blurred the faces of the people in the video who do not face any charges.
Ain't nobody did nothing to y'all.
Venetia Sherrod is now reflecting on how her holidays turned violent at Mac and Frankie's bar in Bradley on December 23rd, just before midnight.
I did nothing wrong. I never even looked his way.
In this redacted security video provided to ABC 7 by Bradley police, you see the moments that led up to the fight. There's no audio on the clip, and the faces of everyone else in the video are blurred since they don't face charges. A man is seen sitting at the bar alone before Sherrod, her girlfriend, and another friend sit near him for drinks.
You will see in the surveillance video, he was staring at me the whole time. He said, take that N-word somewhere else.
A manager is called in by the bartender, who Sherrod says eventually tells her group to leave.
And as I was about to put my cup down, she tries taking it out of my hand.
Things quickly escalate from there.
All I know is just like a bunch of white men just come grabbing me and forcing me out. The white man that called me the N-word, he still had me as I was out the establishment. That's when I like hit the ground and I just heard my thumb crack.
The 27-year-old was left with a broken thumb and some hair ripped out. Police were later called and arrested 71-year-old Nicholas Monticelli, charging him with multiple counts of battery and a hate crime.
You shouldn't feel uncomfortable anywhere if you want to go out and enjoy yourself. It's 2026.
Investigators say the suspect did admit to putting his hands on the victim, claiming because she was using foul language in the bar. Messages left for Monticelli and for the bar's owner were not returned.
An eyewitness news exclusive, a man facing...
Wow. Listen, White folks won't ever miss the opportunity to self-deputize themselves to make sure that they are bringing correction to the behavior of this disorderly Negro. Just using foul language at the bar of all places. How dare she? Right? I mean, 71-year-old Nicholas, whatever the fuck his last name is, he likes to kick it at the Mac and Frank's bar out there in Bradley, Illinois. Someone go kick his teeth in for entertainment purposes only. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I am in confusion. How in the world? No, I'm not in confusion because, again, the demographics of the victim absolutely determine the level of protection that people receive and don't receive, right? Renee Good, white woman, but gay, right? So that was enough to disqualify her from white protection. And of course, this sister right here, young black woman, in the societal scheme of things, not worthy of protection in the eyes of society. However, in the eyes of her community, I would hope she is very worthy of protection. In fact, she is wholly undeserving of being manhandled by a bunch of men, let alone by a bunch of white men, while she's being called racial slurs, while they injure her to the point that she breaks one of her fingers. Do they injure her to the point that she is missing hair out of her scalp? What? And while I'm glad charges have been filed, a hate crime enhancement, whatever that means, none of that means shit unless there's a fucking conviction. And even if there is a conviction, if the sentence is merely a slap on the wrist or some sort of bullshit probation or some sort of bullshit community service that doesn't involve, as Kelechi Okafor wisely says, going inside and smelling the inside of that jail cell. If the punishment does not involve him smelling the inside of that jail cell, you can absolutely fucking keep it. Okay. And here's the thing. I'm not expecting any real justice. Again, I'm surprised by charges being filed at all, because this is actually the kind of incident that could very easily just fly under the radar, in which the victim, the sister, and if she were to just be like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't want to, I wouldn't even blame her for not wanting to engage with the system in that way, considering the demographic of the persons and persons who assaulted her. But where are the man folks? Where are I almost did the thing that people do to me. Well, where's your brothers? Where's your uncles? Where's your fathers? Oh, well, sorry. sorry. I don't got none of them that's going to step up and do any protection. But I would hope that in our collective strategies to move forward, and as we get out of this particular period of oppressive fascism, right? When we are talking about accountability and community safety, I hope Black people, when looking at Black women and girls, I hope that we take that seriously. And by we, I mean men. I need brothers, Mac and Frankie's, Bradley, Illinois. There's a 71-year-old cracker that likes to sit on the bar by himself and talk shit to Black women. Go find him. Have a chat with them. Have a talk with him. Get into his head. See what his motivation was. Why does he hate Black women? And if he can't be reasoned with, well, as a president said, we can do this the easy way, we can do this the hard way. But I think whatever violence that this old fucking cracker wanted to dispense upon this young Black woman should be reciprocated. I don't think that's an unrealistic ask. If that was my child, I would tell her father, go whip that man's ass. If that was my anybody, I'm encouraging any man that I know that knows her, or maybe that doesn't even have to fucking know her. I know there's a Black Panther chapter in Chicago, right? I would love for the Panthers to go talk to him. Any organization, go talk to this fucking old cracker and let him know that him disrespecting and putting his hands on Black women is not going to be tolerated or accepted. We don't give a fuck what the county prosecutors or police do and or say about it. That's the kind of protection I would love to see coming out of the next iteration of community public safety. People that do harm, especially to Black women and girls, you know, I know we got all of our folks in here, but you know, I'm me. I'm me. I'm Black. I got to speak for Black women first and foremostly, right? There's a conversation happening right now, and I'm not going to get into it too much, around this comedian named Ryan Davis who appeared on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp show. And Ryan Davis expressed disappointment that he feels as though his relationship with his 11-year-old Black daughter is become transactional, that she just asks for money and he doesn't want to give her money. I don't fucking know. But this whole conversation has been sparked about how it would seem some Black men, particularly some Black fathers, don't want to extend support and protection to Black women and girls, even including their own children, right? Even including their own daughters. And I know that's not applicable to all Black fathers, nor am I saying that. But as someone who did experience no protection, no resource support from their father, I can understand why there's that whole conversation has really touched a nerve amongst Black women, because a lot of us have experienced it. And when you don't receive protection from the person you would think is obligated by familial blood, by blood, obligated to protect you, and they don't offer any protection, you go out in the world understanding that if anyone harms you, particularly another man, there's not protection coming, right? So you got to figure out how to protect yourself. And let me say this for this young lady who was the victim of this this hate crime, this assault. Had she had reacted in self-defense, if she would have tried to physically defend herself against these crackers, especially against that 71-year-old, I'm willing to bet money it would have been her that would have been charged with a crime. For battery on an elder over the age of 65, you can't hit that old man. That old man called me a nigger and grabbed me and ripped my hair out. Well, he said you hit him first. I mean, I could see it. So the only reason this woman the state has charges pressed against her attacker is because she was the perfect victim. She didn't fight back, right? She was beaten. She took that assault. And had she have said, motherfucker, you're not going to lay a hand on me. Put your hands up, bitch. And if he'd have swung on her and if she'd have beat the bricks off his ass, she'd have been the one being charged. She'd have been the one going to jail for causing violence and battery on an elder. The irony. This woman had to get beat in order to get justice. Fuck everything. By the way, girls in particular, girls, femmes, LGBTQs, and disabled people, that's not a philosophy I subscribe to. If someone means you great bodily harm, someone is threatening you physical harm, and you have the ability to defend yourself without getting beat or harmed or violence upon your body, please do that. You don't have to get beat in order to be a victim. Someone threatens you, good enough for me. Oh, you want to threaten? Okay, well, you take them at their word. They threaten violence against you. You get your violence reduction tool and let them know what you are prepared to do in defense of yourself and of your home and of your loved ones. But I want to send love and solidarity to that woman. I hope there's some Black men in the community, not just in her life, but I hope there are Black men in the community that are not going to wait for the outcome of his court proceedings. You know what needs to be done. This motherfucker admitted to it. There's a person who has a name and a location who is openly willing to commit physical violence and harm upon Black women. Please go handle him. Please make sure that she is the last Black woman that he ever puts his fucking hands on. Like, I need our men to step up in big ways. And y'all need to organize amongst yourselves. like I would love to see the brubs get on some reverse ice shit if we not bullshitting. Like y'all ain't gotta be the Panthers 2.0. Like, y'all don't have to be, I mean, get on some BLA shit. Keep that shit underground. Y'all meet offline, off grid. Make a list. A monthly list of motherfuckers who need to be fucked up because they brought harm and chaos into the world and lives of Black women and children. Please start fucking people up. Thanks so much. Ooh, girls, this one's for us. Okay, the last mission was for the brubs. Hold on, I'm getting too excited. I sat too close to the camera. Thank you all so much for being here. It's Burn It Down with Kim Brown. We do this every Tuesday, Friday, 7 in the p.m. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Ladies, we've got a mission, girls. We've got a mission because there's a harmful bitch out here begging, begging for some retribution. So I brought you this story last year-ish, and it pissed me off then. It's going to piss me off again. Every time I see it, even the update, it pisses me off. So at a hospital in Virginia, this is outside of the Richmond area, Henrico County. It's Black people in Henrico County. It's also buku crackers in Henrico County. Shout out to Brother Will. That's Brother Will's fledgling grounds. And I think Brother Will would concur. It's niggas in Henrico, but it's buku crackers in Henrico. Okay. So there was a NICU nurse, white woman, young white woman in her 20s. What the fuck is wrong with these people? This young white woman, young nurse, working in the NICU. There happened to be a number of injured Black babies while she was working at Henrico County Hospital in the NICU unit. Newborn Black infants with their legs broken. At least 6 babies. Okay. Now, the thing that these babies all had in common is that they were Black, and this nurse is white. And from what I understand, none of her charges included anything pertaining to a racially motivated crime or a hate crime, of which I am in deep confusion. How in the fuck can you have this white woman breaking exclusively the legs of Black babies and no additional hate crime enhancement or racially motivated statutes get included in her charges? I'm in confusion. Her name is Erin Stroman. And during this entire case, Erin has been given lots of privileges. In fact, she was released on bond against, prosecution's objections. She was allowed visitation with her niece and nephew, who I believe are children, which is so crazy because she's only accused of breaking babies' legs. I mean, why keep her from her niece and nephew? I mean, it's not like she's a threat to all children. Her niece and nephew are white. They're safe from Auntie Erin. The judge allowed her visitation with children. Because, of course, she's visiting with white kids. It's only Black kids that are in danger from Erin. And now she has entered a plea agreement. And the amount of time that prosecutors are asking for made me want to rip my hair out when I heard it. And then I said, well, this actually could be an opportunity for the ladies to undertake a mission. So, anyway, let's get the story here coming out of Henrico County, VA, about the nurse who was breaking the legs of newborn Black babies in the NICU. Let's take a listen.
Former Henrico Doctors Hospital NICU nurse Erin Strotman pled no contest to 9 different charges of felony child abuse. As CBS 6 previously reported, multiple babies were found with broken bones in the NICU in the late summer of 2023, and Strotman was placed on paid administrative leave at the time by the hospital. An investigation by Child Protective Services at that time founded child abuse, but a perpetrator could not be identified. Strotman was ultimately brought back to work, and within weeks, 3 more babies suffered broken bones. Now, during the plea hearing, prosecutors showed video of Strotman caring for a couple of the babies. In the videos, you could see her pushing down on 2 of the babies' legs forcefully, and you could see her holding one of the babies while she was sitting down and then falling over onto her side while still holding the baby. Families cried while the videos were shown in court.
You had seen what she did to my baby on that camera. She is evil.
Strotman's attorney said Strotman was using a technique on the babies to relieve gas that she had learned from other nurses in the hospital, but the Commonwealth said that method was not supposed to be used on NICU babies.
They presented her as a terrible nurse. We believed that the conduct rose something more than just being a bad nurse.
In terms of sentencing, the Commonwealth is asking the judge to impose a sentence of no more than 3 years behind bars. Commonwealth's attorney Shannon Taylor said that all of the families agreed to that term in the plea agreement. Now, the sentencing will be held on June 5th here in Henrico County at 11 a.m. Former Henrico Doctors Hospital NICU nurse Erin Strotman pled no contest to 9 different.
There we go. Thank you so much, Brother Lateef. Erin Strotman still free on bond while awaiting her sentencing. As you heard, their reported sentencing will be in June, of which prosecutors asked for no more than 3 years for 9 felony child abuse charges. 3 years. 3 years. 3 years. How much time, kids, for those that have parents, or rather for those that are parents, even for my pet parents? Let me tell you something. A bitch break Bagheera's leg. Rest in peace to the goddess. If someone had broken Bagheera's leg, and Bagheera's a dog, okay? Imagine my child, my human flesh, my NICU baby, my baby who is so tiny that they cannot come home from the hospital. So they are in the neonatal intensive care unit, and the fucking clan cunt bitch that is supposed to be caring for my child, my vulnerable newborn, is actually breaking their legs. And prosecutors want to give her 3 years. She should get 3 bricks upside her fucking head. Okay. Okay. Now, when she gets sentenced, we'll find out where she is, and we'll ask the girls at whatever correctional facility that she better be going to. Maybe they can handle this mission for us. Let me say this. I don't think any of the family members of any of the affected children should be involved in this mission. I think women in the community should get involved in this mission. I think Erin's whereabouts, her comings and goings. Where does she go to the gym? Does she go to Panera in the morning? Like, where do y'all see Erin out in Henrico? Theoretically speaking, hypothetically, it's all hypothetical. All hypothetical. Maybe, wait. I had an idea. So when she does get sentenced, right? Okay. I don't give a fuck how long she's in it. The bitch could be in there a fucking week. we need to figure out which correctional facility she's likely to go to. And we need to ask the girls there, who's down to make some money? Who needs a little something on your commissary? Because for those that have seen the movie Next Friday, right? There was a character there named Baby D, played by Virginia's own Lady of Rage. She rock rough and stuff with her Afro pops. Yay, rock on with your bad self. Now, Baby D was feared by men and women. Why? Because Baby D looked like she could whip some ass. My guess is at whatever correctional facility Aaron Stratman is going to, there might be a Baby D or 2 or 3 or 12, right? One of them girls needs some money on a commissary, kids. I'd like to know who needs this commissary, because we need Aaron's time at the women's correctional facility not to be pleasant. Okay. Aaron needs to experience some of the fear and terror and pain that she inflicted upon newborn babies. Okay. And if she broke legs, maybe she should experience broke legs. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I'm here for karma and reciprocity, and I'm definitely not here for white bitches breaking the legs of black babies. Oh, fuck no. And if the Commonwealth of Virginia is too pussy to put on appropriate hate crime statutes, if you cannot clearly see that this fucking wannabe Klan princess was targeting black children, that's fine. Let the girls at the Fairfax County Detention Center. I don't know where the fuck she's going. Wherever the fuck she's going, girls, we're gonna find out. But if you know somebody locked up, if you know a woman locked up, and I'm sure there's not that many correctional facilities for women in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So, you know, it's only going to be a handful of places. Y'all with me? We could throw some commissary down if somebody agrees to beat this bitch every day she's in jail. Every day she's in fucking jail. I want them to spit in her food. I want them to put glue in her hair. I want them to deny her sanitary products. You understand? Like, this bitch needs to feel pain and pressure. I wish she could feel it out in the world. That might be too difficult because, again, Henrico County, Virginia, you know, it's Klan down there, I'm sure. And I'm sure her people probably suspect that she may not be safe and they may take steps to protect her on the outside. But once she get inside, nope, can't be protected forever. So anyway, if you know any women locked up in Virginia, we're going to find out in June where this lady is going. And we're going to support those that support the babies. Okay. Child abusers in jail usually don't have a good time anyway. And we will hopefully make sure that Aaron has a terrible time. A terrible time. You want to break baby's legs, bitch? Please, someone break her face, break her teeth. Make her feel the pain and terror that those children felt in her care. Coming into the home stretch here, kids. I appreciate y'all. We got folks in here. I love it. Are we at palate cleansers? Oh, goody, we're at the palate cleanser. Oh, this one's a good one.
Yes, we are at the palate cleanser.
Do you have something to share?
You said, are we at the palate cleanser? Yes, we are. Let me load that up.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. So, guys, the way I'm looking at prepping is very, very serious. I'm looking at it very intently. I understand. I very much feel like the writing is on the wall. This shit's about to fall down. Okay. And the problem is, you know, we are on the lower levels of the Titanic. we are not on the top levels. We are not there to see them rearrange the deck chairs for the orchestra as the ship goes down. I think we're already on the lower levels, and it sucks for us. But at the same time, we are not without power. We are not without autonomy in some ways. And I appreciate the efforts of all organizations that come out and especially demonstrate self-defense for the community. And the Black Panthers, even in 2026, continue to be one of those organizations. And I believe, Brother Lateef, if you could look at the caption, I'm pretty sure this is Philly. We've been seeing a lot of videos, I have anyway, of the Panther chapter out of Philadelphia. They open carry beautifully. They open carry on the streets of Philadelphia. They tell the punk ass pigs where to go and how to get there. I appreciate it. And when it comes to the ICE, Homeland Security, Proud Boy occupations of a lot of our beloved cities, now Philadelphia finds itself in the crosshairs of the Trump administration. And in fact, ICE, Proud Boys, thugs have been seen in Philly in recent days. The district attorney of Philadelphia, Larry Krasner, has vowed to prosecute any ICE officers that come to his city and do illegal acts. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Sounds good. I want to see it in action when it comes to that, because you can count on the ICE motherfuckers coming to town to do fuckery and bullshit. But at a recent rally, one of the Panther members, I don't know if this is Chairman Bird's song or not. It might be, but, and I don't even, like I said, Brother Lateef, you let me know if this is Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure it is Philadelphia, but if you live in an open carry state, I want you to pay close attention to parts of this message. Okay. I don't agree with everything that he said, but the parts that he said where if you know ICE is coming to your town and you know the kind of guns ICE is bringing, well, you come out with your bigger guns, legally owned guns, of course. And that's where we kind of get into the semantics and get into the weeds of, the obstacles and some of the challenges, especially financial, of legally carrying guns, right? Because for example, in a state like Maryland, they require a lot of classes. Like the shit, it's $1,000 basically to get your concealed carry roundabouts. Like you got to get trained, you got to get all this shit, and it's like, okay, okay, this is a lot of money and a lot of effort for my alleged Second Amendment right, but okay. But anyway, the brother makes a good point here. If you got legal guns and they're bigger than the ICE guns, well, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth, squizzy. Anyway, let's run this clip, Brother Lateef. Palate cleanser. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey.
If line replays, that's what's gonna happen. They touch me.
Start from the beginning, please.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't going to act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means some shotgun shells to shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
No power to the pig.
no ICE agent ever run up on me.
I guarantee I'll put a hole in his chest the size of a window. Safe line repairs. Yeah, buddy. I love the energy. I'm not kidding. You live in a white man. I'm talking to you, okay? Especially yous who can open carry with really no consequence, with no repercussion. They'd be like, "Sir, is everything okay? Everything's fine, officer. All right, sir. We just saw you out here carrying. We just want to make sure that no one was bothering you." That's how armed white men get treated by the police. All right, whites. We know we got some radical whites in here. Y'all need to show up with your guns. And oh, I'm sorry, you're a peace-loving white. Oh, you don't have guns? Well, you're a fool. You're silly. This is America, okay? Your black and brown friends are under attack. How dare you be out here unarmed while everybody else is being subjected to war conditions, wartime conditions. Whites, you better take that John Brown spirit of inspiration of wanting to defend those that are being oppressed. Okay? You a white man, white person out here, but especially a white man. If you are a white man out here with no guns, shame on you. Shame. 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 We need you out here first, okay? Because you are the least likely to get fucked with. You are the least likely to get shot. The state is going to come and try to protect you, thinking that the blacks that you were trying to protect are bothering you. That's why you got to come out here and flip the shit on his head and purr the brother in the video. Yes, you get your big guns. Stop fucking around. Klarna. I understand the weapons. It's expensive. Klarna. You can Klarna at Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay, Klarna. Okay, put the shit on digital layaway, or just go to your granddaddy house and ask him, can you borrow his Kalashnikov, right? His AK, because we know Pop got all the guns in the gun safe. So stop being no whites. It's time. It's past time. It's beyond time. Okay. The state, in spite of what they done to whites recently, that's because they were not armed. They were not prepared to meet the state with the same violence that they are willing to come out on the streets with, right? And I know Trump's army is just waiting for that first shot to be fired, okay? However, the way that they are pushing and antagonizing and continuing to brutalize, it's only a matter of time. And I want to be clear, that is a prediction, not a call for action, Alphabet Boys, even though, you know, it would be what you deserve, but I'm not calling for it. I'm predicting it because it's inevitable, right? You're going to provoke the people to the point that someone's going to take a shot, and they're going to take a good shot too. And for all we know, I mean, shit, this is America. They could take multiple lots of shots. Okay. But that's a different scenario. I'm talking about the willingness to come out as a show of force for protection for communities that are being targeted right now. And even I say communities being targeted right now. And to the brother's point, when he talks about, you know, these pigs can't come in our communities and we need to, you know, line up with our immigrant folks and escort them places. I mean, are we going to start escorting young black men to school and home? I mean, because they are subject to state and police violence at any time also, right? So I appreciate this moment highlighting the fact that there are multiple communities under direct attack right now. But the reason why black people are sort of standing back, because it's like, well, this has been happening to our communities since day. And had we experienced some more solidarity with some of these other folks that are feeling it hardest now, maybe we would have a bigger and more broader, stronger coalition to stand up against what is happening in this moment. And that's something, we will continue to deal with and I guess struggle through on one hand. But when it comes to the preparation part, as we see the society go downhill, as we see Trump rescind and rules and regulations on things like air and food and water and such, like, we're going to actually have to provide all kinds of things for ourselves. We're going to have to provide our own food, source our own food, capture and filter our own water potentially, and we're going to have to defend ourselves from all comers. It's gun time, y'all. Okay, it's gun time. It's gun time. Gun time. Ammo time. Training time for everybody, even our lovely Canadians, old Canadians. I know we got some Canadians in here with us. Canada, y'all better strap the fuck up right now because Trump, he ain't took Canada out of his sights. As he pops shit about Greenland, he keeps saying Canada needs to be the 51st state. Canada, get your guns because Trump is coming. Okay, you can't even be a peaceful, nonviolent, pacifist white anymore. Pick sides. And you better have your gun and be ready to stand on the correct side of the barricades. White Americans and white Canadians, get ready. And as we close out the show for our final palate cleanser, the Secretary of Homeland Security, former governor of, where the fuck is this bitch from? Which Dakota is she from? It doesn't even matter. That bitch from up there. Her name is Kristi Noem, but I have renamed her Cunty Noem for obvious reasons, right? Obvious reasons. And I have been disappointed that Cunty Noem has not caught on. I'm really shocked. I'm really surprised because I thought it was clever. I thought it was even funny and clever. Cunty Noem, get it? Kristi, Cunty, she acts like a. It's so funny. It's funny to me. It makes me laugh every time I say it. Cunty Noem. So again, I'm disappointed more people have not picked up and ran with Cunty Noem. I mean, it's just so appropriate. The jokes just tell themselves. Well, my heart beateth quickened. My heartbeat quickened when I saw this clip, and I had to double check with Brother Lateef. I said, is this artificial intelligence? Is this AI fooling me yet again? Brother Lateef said, no, this looks like a real video. I said, ooh, it's a real video, eh? And Brother Lateef, let it loop a couple times, you know what I'm saying? So everybody can get the full effect. So apparently this was a Caucasian boys choir out of Minneapolis. They came up with this charming little ditty all on their own. And I was so impressed. I said, maybe they're Fire fan. Maybe they watched the show. Who knows? But it warmed my heart when I heard it. Brother Lateef, let's run this and let it loop. Let it loop.
I want to know why you're such a cunt. Hey, Kristi, no. I want to know why you're such a cunt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kristi, no. I want to know why you're such a cunt. Hey, Kristi, no. I want to know why you're such a cunt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All righty. Isn't that? Oh, I love that. I wonder if did they come up with that during the holidays? Was that part of the caroling in and around Minneapolis? I love that. Hey, Christy Gnome, we want to know why you're such a cunt. The world wants to know, cunty gnome. But again, the kids, they were this close, this close. They could have just said, cunty, hey, cunty gnome. Anyway, just a reminder, if you would like to purchase some of our Cops Ain't Shit merch, including hoodies, including cropped hoodies, including face masks, including coffee mugs, ablazoned with the phrase that we all know and love here from this platform, Cops Ain't Shit. It's so applicable across the board. Please click on the link in the YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Go to our merch stores and get your own Cops Ain't Shit merch. I was thinking, I'm like, I really need to be sending some of this Cops Ain't Shit merch around. Like, I need to send it places, and I'm not even sure where to send it. So, Alicia, Tyler, Rosalba, like, y'all tell me who, where. Tell me where to send the Cops Ain't Shit merch to, because I want to see people that's gonna rock it with pride. I want to see Cops Ain't Shit at the motherfucking protest. That shit would be dope. It would warm my ice cold heart up. I would love it. So anyway, Cops Ain't Shit merch available at the Burn It Down with Kim Brown, a merch store. Please go click on the link and find it. Thanks again to all of our people watching us live. Please like the video, subscribe on your way out. Twitch, what's up, Bruce? What's up? What's up, Rosalba? What's up, DD? Love y'all to pieces. Shout out to all of our wonderful mods over in here. Brother Lateef is pushing the buttons for us. Peace to the brother Will. Peace to the sister Molly. Brother Lateef, do you have any parting words for the people or any parting announcements?
Only thank you. Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. I appreciate y'all. I see all y'all in there. We got a new couple of new rollers in here. Maybe they're regulars and I just didn't notice. I see a lot when I'm back here. See. Over in Twitch, Couch Potato.
Couch Potato. I love it.
Potato. Thanks for watching over there on Twitch.
Thank you.
Nicolita.
Nicolita.
I'm chopping up some names. So I just appreciate the extra faces and handlers I see. And just our regulars. I see you, KJ Sakuma. Appreciate
Peace, KJ Sakuma. Thank you.
Also, wait a minute. Let me go back because Lady Alex sent another super chat. And she says, I am bestowing an endless supply of things that go boom to you.
Well, not to me. I'm not good with it. You know, I'd probably be missing a finger. Plural. Don't let me play with the boom booms.
Thank
but
you
know,
Lady Alex. And last, Schultzy 100 Schultzy says, some white boy love. Thank you for the super chat. Schultzy,
are you white and male? Have I gotten this all wrong?
Got it wrong the whole time.
Chelsea, I misread all the way, but much love, some white man love. What, Chelsea? Do you have your shit? Where is your AK? Where is your AR? Where is your long gun out there in Washington State? You know they give them to you at the motherfucking Circle K. Okay,
I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea, real handed with the steel back in his day, because Chelsea got a cowboy. Picture of a cowboy with the white hat on his thumbnail. So, I ain't gonna put nothing past Schultzy. Probably real wicked with the steel back in his heyday.
Long gun, Schultzy. I want to see them. I want to see them long guns. You know what I'm saying? When they coming to do the ice raids, you show up with the long gun and tell them it's your age, my God-given right, and be out here, my gun. And they leave you alone. You already know this, but yeah. So anyway, thank you, Schultzy, for all you do. We appreciate you. Brother Lateef, thank you so much for doing what you do.
Thanks.
And on that note, beloveds, I'm going to bid you all adieu. We will see y'all back here, I think, on Friday. Please come hang out with me and the Ear Doctor on Thursday on Black Liberation Media, 11 a.m. for Classical Breakdown, we will be doing, as I have just been informed, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. If you do not know who Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is, think Janet Jackson, think New Edition, think Prince, think Morris Day and the Time. I mean, just an amazing and very long, impressive list of incredible hits, some fantastic 80s and 90s R&B music. I'm really looking forward to that. Thursday morning, 11 a.m., Black Liberation Media Classical Breakdown with me and the Ear Doctor. And of course, before then, it's the Remix Morning Show starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Come hang out with me, Dr. Camus. Is Jackie been doing Thursdays with us, a couple Thursdays, so maybe even Jacqueline. But either way, tune into the Remix Morning Show tomorrow for Women's Wednesdays, of course, Black Liberation Media. Please go over there and subscribe. And gang, I will see y'all back here Friday. Love you to pieces. If you want to support BIDWKB on all the cash platforms, thank you, Afraid Not. Thank you, Lady Alex. Thank you to all the folks that have supported us and continue to do so, including all of our patrons. Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye. Stay safe.